Hey everybody, welcome to Club and Country. Russ Thaler with Andrew Wiebe and Calen Carr. We're talking goalkeepers today, and Brad Guzan was the number one in Copa America, and hard to argue with the way he played throughout the tournament. Is he the number one now through World Cup qualifying to 2018?
I think it's a match-by-match thing, and Brad Guzan's got an interesting summer, an interesting next year ahead of him. Aston Villa is no longer set. He's no longer the starter. They've brought in a young Italian goalkeeper, Roberto Di Matteo, is the new manager in the championship. You think he wants to shake things up, and look, last season was not a good one for Aston Villa and Brad Guzan. So he's got to figure out what's going on. For now, yes, he performed admirably, if not perfectly, in Copa America Centenario. I think he's got a strong hold on it, but he's got to nail down a number one job somewhere. I think he knows that. Now it's about figuring out where. Linked with Middlesbrough, maybe that'll happen, but if I'm Guzan, I think I can probably beat out a 21-year-old.
Why do you assume that? Yeah, why do you assume that he's lost his spot with Aston Villa?
Because there were some talk at the end of last season. Shea Given moved in. Just the amount of goals that team shipped. Now he wasn't at fault on all of them, but when you have a tough season like that and you're a goalkeeper with, you know, kind of that reputation within the fan base, like not necessarily that you were the bad one, but you know, that applies to everybody. Anybody on that team kind of has the stink on them after that season.
Look, Tim Howard is with Colorado right now. He's back in MLS. Can Howard win back the number one job with the U.S. by performance with an MLS club?
I think so. I don't see why not. I mean, he's got the pedigree. You know, that hasn't gone anywhere. And then, you know, this Colorado defense is the best in MLS. So if he leads them through the playoffs and to a title, making saves the way we're accustomed to see him, he gets back into that rhythm. I could easily see him getting back into the national team picture as the number one guy.
And if he's playing and Guzan's not,
well, there you go.
That's a tough decision for Jurgen, right?
Who's next? You know, we've seemed to have known who's next for a long time as far as U.S. goalkeepers are concerned. It's more of an open-ended question now. So who is next?
There's been some guys tried out. I mean, Ethan Horvath is a 21-year-old kid that gets the number 3 spot. When you see that, for me, that means Jurgen sees the upside in him, that he wants to start to blood him now and say, this is the setup. This is how it's done. This is the standard that you'll be measured at, that you have to get to play here. But there's no guarantee.
But that
there.
can change.
He's a 21-year-old kid,
Yeah, that can change. I mean, at times we've seen Bill Hamid, Sean Johnson, some of these guys be sort of ordained as the next guy for Jurgen. He's sort of dropped both of them actually now.
Went Nick Raimondo. For a long time there, Nick Raimondo was the choice over all those young guys. So I think in Jurgen's mind, and you've seen it before these tournaments, he's come out in interviews and he said, we lost the generation, and he put Sean Johnson there, he put Bill Hamid in there. So I think he's a little bit shaky on those guys. He's not sure who to trust, who he wants in there, and that's why you see Horvath being tried out. That's why you see some of these other guys coming in. I'm not sure what the hierarchy is. I'm not sure Jurgen knows.
Who's the best young American keeper right now? Is Bill Hamid the most athletic?
He's got an enormous talent. You know, when you look at a guy like Tim Howard and the guy who's in goal, who you think can make the spectacular save, the save he shouldn't make, Bill Hamid has that in his game. That's tough to teach.
Hey, who do you think is next in line in between the sticks for the U.S.? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching Club and Country.